Traders, we are on day 7 of staying disciplined. Sticking to the trade. 99% of the trade is done before you ever even enter the trade. 1% is execution. There's 2 trading days left in 2024, and we got to keep it green. My 2025 goal, one of them at least, is growing the small account challenge, staying disciplined with it. You're going to find out the longer you trade that it's best to trade your convictions. I'm not in any real chat room right now. I used to be, but there's too much influence in groupthink when everyone's together and doing the same thing. But the more and more you do this, you're going to begin to learn you need to trade your own conviction and not somebody else's. Over time, people's trading gravitates towards their intrinsic value, like Warren Buffett says about stocks. You will gravitate towards what works for you. Some people are very good at scalping, swinging longer positions, longing the low flow setup. You're going to figure it out for you. Right now, for the newer traders, those that may be on YouTube just ingesting as much content as they can, that is the right idea because you're going to learn how so-and-so trades, how they trade, and you're going to figure it out and what works best for you. But just understand, experience is your best teacher. Not somebody else's experience, but your own personal experience will be your best teacher in the market. I'll share this with you. Trading tips. Number 1, wait for your signal. Number 2, let price action tell you what to do. Number 3, quantify your risk on every trade. Predefine your risk before you enter the trade. Number 4, accept small losses early or let a winner run. Very true. The latter part of that, I struggle with. Trading rule number 5, stay disciplined and follow your system. We're going to attempt to do that today. Might try to get in more than one at the bell and cut the losers quick, let the winners work. Let's see if we can do it. All right, traders, we got a couple minutes till the market opens up. URBN and GDS, I'm watching because I have shorts for these. The overall market's looking fairly weak this morning, stalling off a little bit. There's a few hangovers I like. I like this KC. I don't have shorts for it. On Friday, 1250 was holding up as real good resistance, and we see it already fading as a result of that. The ones I'm looking at, GDS and Urban. So GDS, this one Friday and Thursday, it's had 2 legs on up. I like the variables there. The daily chart is popping up towards some previous resistance areas in this 23 range. My only concern with it is it's a little illiquid. If we go to Friday, it's trading like 10,000 shares a minute. So that's real illiquid. I can imagine getting slippage, getting stopped out quick. And the same thing with Urban, which is the other one I'm watching. I like the daily on it. I like the previous close resistance, which we've tested 3 times in a row. It's hitting that resistance. We're seeing an upper shadow, as in like a fake out breakout. We do have a bottom trend, which we'd have to take some off at, about a point down. What we need for the hangover setup, previous volume, and a lot of people are on vacation still. I like how GDS has a lot of upper shadows in this range. The $23, if we get a pop up towards 23 where we're seeing upper shadow, I'll probably take a short on it. And again, the hangover is a psychology trade. So what it means is that there's a lot of bag holders. What creates resistance? Well, it's long bias baggies, essentially, in the stock. When you have a lot of people that are in this with an average of 23 to 25 nearly, that's the resistance because they're looking to get out for a break-even trade. It's all psychology. We got about a minute till the market opens on up. Traders, I want to hear from you. What is your New Year's resolution for your trading account and your personal trading growth? Leave that in the comment section below. Let us know because other traders may adopt those rules as well. I don't have a number in mind of what I want to grow the small account challenge to. What I want to do is just prove this proof of concept, trade successfully, grow the account, stay disciplined and cut losses quickly, and let some winners run. That's where I'm at because be rigid with the rules again, flexible with the profit expectations. So I don't know exactly what the profit may lead to, but I know there should be profit. Market is open on up. GDS, I may take a stab at, see if I get filled. URBN open. Where are we at? 54. Holy cow, this thing opened up a point lower. Well, we can't get involved with that. KC, the one we went over, the one I liked probably the most, is pulling on back. I did just get a fill on GDS. What's a fill? 22.39 is the fill. This is what I had shorts for. May take a stab at it. May work, may not work. It felt like one of those days where it could be an in and out. It's either going to work or not work. I'm not interested in fighting it all. It's a little spready. A lot of times these things do flush out of the gates. I mean, we saw Urban open up a point lower, and then obviously KC selling off at the start of the day. So GDS would be nice if we got the same thing here. What we're going to be looking at is the daily chart where these upper shadows are at in the 23 range. So any kind of a pop right now should be met with a little resistance, but if not, that's when we'll get out of it. Okay, we're seeing it pop on up right now, getting a spike. We'll see if it's going to hold these levels. If it is, we're going to stay disciplined. Probably going to be getting out here, and we are out. Getting filled at 23, which is probably going to be the top of it. This is turning into an absolute cando. Cando. So we're having a day 3 leg on up on GDS. I very much want to stab at this again. The emotions are certainly high right now. I recognize my emotions right now, and my emotions are telling me I want to dig this hole deeper. Been trading long enough. I want to dig deeper, and I'm trying to find a trade rather than the trade find me. So I probably just need to cut it off. I hate the 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's the thing, take a position a little early just in case we get that flush out of the gates like we do typically. This was kind of annoying on Urban, that it just opened up a whole point lower instead of giving us the move. REAL. Dang it, I was kind of watching this one a little bit. Because Real we made money on Friday, but it recovered a lot, and so that kind of made me a little hesitant to get involved with it. Let me look at REAL. GDS still making highs. It's a good stop there. Real, we could trade this potentially on a pop for a hangover. This is a hangover play. If we could get it a wee little higher. We could risk the open of the day, which is around 1070. Let's place an order out, which was on the ask, 1064. And kind of risk the open of the day. VWAP can hold this down as well. Well, it looks like we may miss it altogether. Put an order out on the ask. It's already down nearly 10 cents off of that. I'll cancel that order. We're way off of it. Oh, Tiva finally wanting to flush today. Tiva, same story. We could risk the open 2250. If we get a pop on that, Tiva finally wanting to have a red day today. She's been our arch nemesis for a little while. I don't want to dig myself in a hole today. It's not worth it. We can reclaim this L tomorrow. See, this is what we wanted ideally. You see this pop here on REAL up towards 1090s, the previous resistance? That's what we like to get a short on, towards resistance and having a very tight stop, and now you're up 50 cents right now. This is exactly what we wanted. It just, look, it had like 4 legs on up, 5 legs on up. Now it's seeing a lot of profit taking, and it almost feels impossible to get involved with it, or you're chasing. So look at my watch list, traders. Everything net on the day is red on my watch list other than GDS. I'm so beyond aggravated by it. And this is the only one up, which is the only one that can give me an entry because everything else is selling off so much. Traders, I so badly want to trade this right now. I still like REAL for the short and fade. But again, yesterday's move concerns me a little bit, so we'd have to really monitor it around that VWAP, because once we got back up through VWAP on Friday, Real got real. I think I'm going to hit GDS again against the highs. I need a little bit of a pop, so I'm not chasing. $23, order being placed. Real and Tiva haven't given me an entry, so I can't get involved with those. I can't chase a stock on the short side down. Obviously, on the long side, you guys know when a stock's moving up, you can't chase that either. I mean, you got to let the stock give you the entry. If I ever get filled on this, it's going to be real tight, the stop. Either be right or right out. Oh, that sounds like a shirt. We need to do that. You're right or right out. Speaking of shirts, I'm going to show you guys something in just a little bit. After we get this trade going, I want this to be like every other ticker on my watch list and fade along with the market. Doesn't that sound like a great idea? I'm not even going to do this. It's sitting stagnant. Oh, shit. Well, I got filled. About to cancel my order. It's the only ticker that was really providing any kind of an entry. That's why we're trying to re-stab at it. I mean, we're right at our risk. And this is really a right or right out kind of strategy. And that's what I need to keep in mind. Like, Kevin, if it works against you initially, right when you get into it, that's really how I grew my account when I grew 1,500. All right, we're sitting up at 23.20. I'm out of it, guys. We're done. Revenging didn't work today. Maybe it'll work tomorrow. Down $43.50 today. Not really great. but it's somewhat manageable. Everything else was working fine today, just obviously the ticker we got involved with. All right, so in an effort to make this money back somehow, ADT subs, 10% off your order. Traders, just today, you guys gave me the idea. The right or right out shirt, going to be doing that. That's brilliant. So we got a few things in here. The Holy Grail indicator. I got some of this on the way. Here's risk and reward. Let me see if I can zoom into this. It's kind of hard to see, but you have two last letters are CH or SK. Risk essentially equaling rich. It's real simple and subtle. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Love that. And some bull bear shirts. Well, I'm going to be working on the right or right out. That's what's missing from this small account challenge. I need the inspiration of this apparel. I need it on. Now, like I said, the goal for 2025 is just to slowly grow this small account challenge. Now, that's difficult to do when you're a short seller and you get involved with the only ticker on your watch list green on the day. Right now, we're sitting on the account at $950, right under the $1,000 mark. We're going to get that back. Obviously, when you take a L on the day, you feel like your whole strategy is flawed. I probably could have stopped out earlier. That's probably what I could learn from that. The ticker maybe shouldn't involve myself with. The strategy works. It works fine. Once we hit the ones with the 2-point flushes, we're going to be sitting pretty. We just haven't hit that yet. The probabilities are on our side. It's just the hands that don't work. You got to stay and remain disciplined with. So did we do that today? Borderline not. Probably should have let that trade come to us. I got to think about that, guys. We got to think about that. Because so many of these flush, when I review these setups, like here's AIRE, it sells off right out of the gates, similar to AVXL. I mean, so many of these, they flush right out of the gate. And so I feel like I need an initial entry on it. If I was trading this with a larger account, it would be easier to just stab at it initially and then maybe have one more entry on the short side. So start with a starter position of 100, 200 shares. And then once we get a pop on it up towards resistance, we can size in a little bit if that happens. But a feeler position is there to kind of feel it out, right? That's what it's called. I just feel like I don't have any room with this account. Like a loss like today, you feel it on a small account. You can't take many big losses. You can't take many losses in general. So I wonder if the strategy may need to be modified for a small account. Here's HIMX hitting 950 flushing out the gate, like over a point. That's what we need, guys. 100 shares there, risking $30 to make over 100. That's what we're going to get tomorrow. So let's focus on that. We'll focus on the positivity. The thing about doing this is obviously very vulnerable. For that, please hit the like button and subscribe button. It's not easy when you're not winning to be showing off all the profits. I'm not like those TikTok and Instagram people that are like, $1 million. Trying to do this with integrity and sincerity and enthusiasm. I really am. I want to help you guys out. So traders, let me know what you think. Your New Year's resolution in the comment section below. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time.